Hey guys, it's Diane. This is a review today of the Fisher Price Tot Rod, and we have one in the princess print. It's something that Bella actually got for her second birthday, which was back in May. And I've been putting off doing this review for a long time because it's not going to be a typical review of, just showing you the different features on the product. It's going to be more of kind of like our impressions of the product type review. This unfortunately was one item that we got, a toy, that we did not feel was really worth the money and was not something that we would repurchase. So I just wanted to give my thoughts on it, and this is kind of just a consumer opinion type review as opposed to showing you the different features on it. I do actually have some footage of Bella rolling around in it. And the first thing that we noticed with it is when it was in its main factory setting, it was quite slow, which is good because it's a safety setting with the car when the kids are driving it itself. But two things. We had initially thought that we could hold the handle and maybe go for walks around our neighborhood, and the setting with the battery that's included with the car is much too slow to do that. It's a very slow walking pace for an adult. And then secondly, it seemed to not really keep Bella's interest. She was 2 years old when she received it and is actually quite tall for her age. Now at 2.5, she's about the size of a 3-year-old height-wise and is quite light weight-wise, so weight wouldn't be slowing down the car at all, but she is quite tall. So one thing that we found was she didn't exactly ever seem very comfortable in the car, and height-wise it wasn't ever a great fit for her. And so what we found was it held her attention for a few weeks, and then she actually was going back to, we have one of those cars where they use their feet and they kind of Fred Flintstone around and they are in control of how fast or slow it goes. She actually preferred that car all summer long, and that is the one that she gravitated towards. So my husband actually decided to put a bigger battery in the car. He did some research and he's really good with electrical things, and he actually put a larger battery in the car to make it go a bit faster, and that did help in one respect because we could then walk with the car. However, at that point, the battery that he put in it made it a too fast of a walking speed. It wasn't a regular walk. You had to be basically brisk walking to keep up with the car. Bella did seem to enjoy it a little bit more, but then of course it was a little bit too fast of a pace for us to be comfortable with her maneuvering herself. And you can see it's a quite faster pace, and it was actually a better pace for us personally. But at that point, she was still preferring the car that she could motor around with her feet by a different brand, and that is what she gravitated towards all summer long. Now, our hope with the Tot Rod, since it spent most of the summer just sitting in our garage unused, is that I have my younger daughter that is 1 right now in November, and she will be about 1.5 in May. She's also quite short for her age. She's very short and tiny. So our hope is that when she's 1.5 and can use it in the spring and the summer, that maybe the Tot Rod will hold her attention a little bit more. But for a 2-year-old or an older child, it's supposed to be age ranges 1 to 3, and for an older child, 2 years old, 2.5, 3 years old, the Tot Rod just didn't really seem to hold their attention. So our personal opinion on it is that we thought it would maybe be better for a younger child, and especially if you're wanting it to use the pull for a little bit of parent control starting out. If they start it closer to that beginning age range around 1, they can kind of grow with it, and then you can take the pull out and they can learn how to maneuver it themselves. So I will have follow-up footage in the spring of hopefully Natalie using it, and we're really hoping that she gets more enjoyment out of it. But for us personally, for a 2-year-old, it really wasn't a great fit and not something that we would spend money on again. So that is our thoughts on the Fisher Price Tot Rod. We have it in the princess print. The retail price is $119.99, and we did actually use a coupon on it from Toys R Us. And we got it in stock at a store in the Chicagoland area, but they are no longer carrying them in store. In fact, I think we got the last one that was in the Chicagoland area at that point when we bought it. So it is something that you now have to buy online. So it's very, very tough because you can't judge the size of it by, trying it out in the store and that sort of thing. But it is something that I'm hoping for maybe the earlier age ranges for a toddler that's closer to 1 as opposed to being closer to 3 or the size of a 3-year-old. Then maybe it would work out a little bit better. So hopefully this has been helpful if you have been looking at one of these, trying to debate between it. Unfortunately, I really try to always find something positive to say, and as far as its functionality, it didn't really work for us in any aspect. The print was quite cute. It was an adorable car, so we have some cute pictures of Bella sitting in it, but unfortunately, function-wise, she didn't really seem interested in it, and we couldn't ever really get it to a speed that we liked it, and she just really had lost interest into it very shortly into the summer. So hopefully this has been helpful. Please send me any questions that you have, and have a great day. Woohoo! Are you driving?
Bella, watch your fingers.
Put your hands on the steering wheel. Or do that.